Hola, and welcome to Spain Impossible. I'm your host, Jim. This is my channel. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you're new here, this is going to be part of the weight loss video series. I promised I would share my supplements that I take. Once again, this is not a buy my pill. These things are all readily available, and I sought them out for specific health concerns that I have. So I'm going to share this knowledge with you today. And hopefully, if you're facing some of the same things that I am, this will be helpful for you. I'll be right back. Okay, guys. Hey, thanks for hanging out with me today. Thanks for coming along on this journey because it's going to be one hell of a journey. I have 100 pounds to lose, if not more. But my target is 100 pounds in a year. And I've moved myself over just a little bit because I'm going to display some things over here to give you an idea of the supplements that I take every single day while I'm on this journey. Many of them I take every single day anyways, and stick around to the end because there's going to be two supplements that I know a lot of people deal with these problems and probably have no idea that they exist. So if you've gotten this far in the video, subscribe, give me the old thumbs up, and you're going to enjoy what I've got to share with you today because I shared my teas on the other video. And these are the supplements that I take. And again, this is not a buy my pill thing. These are all available at your local grocery store, pharmacy, or on Swanson Vitamins. Like I said, I'm not an affiliate. As far as I know, Swanson doesn't have an affiliate. I just find it hyper easy that I can jump online, order these things, and they're delivered to my front door in time before I run out. They even have a subscription thing too, so you can sign up if you know how many pills you're going to take and that whatever you want to do the subscription thing. I've got a couple of things on subscription, but not everything's on subscription. So let's jump right into it. Not that I haven't already wasted almost 3 minutes getting around to this point, but the first thing I take is very standard. I'm over 50 years old. My dad had a major stroke when he was 50 years old. My uncle had a stroke in his late 50s. My grandpa had a stroke in his late 50s. So stroke runs in my family. So the first thing I take is a low dose aspirin every single morning. Basic, simple, easy to use. A lot of people that have, I've been overweight my whole life. Heart conditions are a thought in the back of the mind. So talk to my doctor and he's like, yeah, take a low dose aspirin every day. It's not going to hurt you. So that's the first thing I take. The next two things are really in combination with each other. I take a zinc and I also take a B complex with C. So you'll see that over here. I'm going to try and do my video editing skills and put some photos up here for you to look at while I'm doing this. But I take the zinc, the B complex, and the C all together because it boosts your immune system. Now, my wife works in the medical field. She used to work in the schools with little bitty kids, and she used to bring home everything. We raised 6 children. They brought home everything. And, back in my younger days, I didn't know about these things. So dad would catch it on its way in the house. Everybody in the house would be sick. And then dad would catch it again on its way out of the house. So I used to get sick twice every time one of my kids got sick. So I put a stop to that by using the zinc, the B complex, and the vitamin C. Just basic stuff. The next thing that I'm going to talk about here is hawthorn. Now, because I'm a larger guy, not even because I'm a larger guy, I have always run at the high end of blood pressure, even when I was young. And hawthorn is known for assisting with keeping low, regular blood pressure. So One of the things when my doc started talking about high blood pressure medications is I dug in, I researched, and I was like, oh, simple, easy peasy. Take hawthorn. Beets also work very well for this. Beets, beets, the thing that nobody wants to eat, little red things that grow on the ground, kind of like a potato, but they don't taste anything like a potato. So beets also work. I have been using hawthorn for the last couple of years. I did use beets for a while. Just something to try and battle that high blood pressure that I've always had all my life. It's not terrible high, obviously my doctor would have insisted I get medicated if it was terrible high, but I've always run on the high side. So I take hawthorn to help with blood pressure. The other thing I take is a stress complex, and it is rhodiola, holy basil, and valerian root. And I typically take that at night because they do have, valerian root has kind of a drowsiness factor to it in certain circumstances. So I take that one at night, and I also take magnesium glycinate at night. Magnesium is essential for, I think it's 300 or 600 functions in the body, and we just don't get enough magnesium. Even the way that I'm eating, which is a lot healthier than the typical standard American diet, and why not? If the thing about most of these is if your body cannot use them or it doesn't need them right now, it passes out in your urine. So it's not like you're going to build and build and build and build and build, and then cause an overdose situation in your body on any of these things. And they're all natural. So I take those two at night. The magnesium glycinate, specifically glycinate, because that helps with sleep. It also helps with muscle cramps and stuff like that. So if you get restless legs or anything, that's a good thing to try, taking at night before you go to bed. The next thing I want to talk about is D3K2. As you get older, actually just about anybody should be taking D3K2 that lives in the northern climates, that doesn't get sunshine all year long. Sun exposure does cause your body to make D3. It's the sunshine vitamin. Now, everything that I can find typically that's got a good size K2 dose in it, which K2 is good at keeping the calcium and stuff in your bones. And it also helps with keeping the arterial plaques and stuff from building up. So that's why I take it, is it helps keep the vessels lubricated, if you will, to help the stuff not stick and not become clots and not become, big bulges in your blood vessels that cause blockages eventually. But the thing is that the D3K2s that I find, the D3 is either 5,000 international units or 10,000 international units in order to get the MK7 it's MK7 K2. That's the specifically more bioavailable one. The MK4, I think it is K2, but it's not as available. So look for one that's MK7. But with vitamin D, even when you're in the northern climates, 5,000 IU is a lot to take every day. So I typically take that supplement twice a week, sometimes 3 times a week. And now that we're getting a lot more sunshine and I'm out mowing the grass and walking the dog and stuff like that, it's definitely a twice a week type of thing, because vitamin D is one of those things that you can build up in the body and you can actually have overdose problems with. It can cause some health issues if you've got way too much vitamin D in your body. Now, it takes a long time to get there, but at the same time, to err on the side of safety and caution, I don't take 5,000 IU every day. So I take it 3 times a week in the winter, 2 times a week once I start getting outside and stuff like that, because I still want the K2. And there's a relationship between D3 and K2 in the way that they work to make each other more effective in the body. So find a good D3 K2. The supplement that I'm showing a picture of is not available, as far as I know, on Swanson. I actually get that at Costco. So that's where that one comes from. The baby aspirin was from Costco too. Next on my list is another one from Costco. It's a turmeric, and it also has ginger in it. Again, turmeric can cause problems. It can build up in the system if you take too much of it. So what I do is I take one probably 3 times a week, because it's a fairly strong dose of turmeric. But turmeric's known for helping in the body with inflammation. Well, what is heart disease? What is high blood pressure? What is joint problems and arthritis when you get older? It's inflammation in the body. So taking a turmeric supplement, if you're taking a strong one, the ones that I have are 1,500 milligrams. So I take one 3 times a week. I don't take 2, 3 a day or anything like that. And like I said, turmeric is one of the things that can cause some adverse effects if you get too much of it built up in the body. So it's just a good thing to, err on the side of caution. I'm still getting it. I'm still taking the supplement. I'm still getting the benefits of the anti-inflammatory that turmeric is. It's just that I'm trying to not overdo it. So let's see. And those are my typical daily. Those have to do with the losing 100 pounds. Those are the things that I really focus on for doing the loss of 100 pounds. Now, there are 2 other things that I take daily, but they are for very specific problems. The first thing is creatine. Now, I put creatine in my hibiscus iced tea in the afternoons, and creatine is, I'm not after the muscle growth and stuff that creatine's known for. Creatine has been shown to help clear brain fog and also help with not necessarily chronic fatigue, but feeling fatigued. And I'm an old man, and I've raised 6 kids, and I got 8 grandchildren, and I work full time, and I do 2 YouTube channels, and I run 2 businesses. So I feel fatigued a lot of the time. So I started adding creatine, probably about a month and a half ago, and I've definitely noticed a difference in the brain fog. And energy levels are energy levels. So I'm not 100% sure it's helping a lot with that. But, at my age, any kind of little energy boost I can get without resorting to those nasty 5-hour energy shots or monsters or, all these energy drinks that are rotting people's brains and rotting their bodies from the inside out, that are so popular nowadays with the younger generation. And I tell all my kids, I'm like, just look, if you need the caffeine, just drink black coffee. It's way better for your body than those things are. And there's, I think, a new study out that one of the ingredients that's very common in those energy drinks is linked to a specific kind of cancer. Okay, that's what I want to put in my body. How about you? No, I don't even drink city water because it's laden with chlorine and fluoride is a known carcinogen. That means it's known to cause cancer. So I drink bottled water. And I use bottled water for a lot of things. I make my ice cubes with bottled water. But that's just me. I also can't stand the smell and taste of chlorine. So whenever I have something that's city water, it gets in my nose and I'm just like, I can't do it. I can't drink it. But that's the reason why I don't do it. Chlorine and fluoride. If cities would take that shit out of the water, I would drink city water. So that's one of the bonuses. The other bonuses is quite a while ago, in my late 30s, I had a bout with gout. And now I was a heavy beer drinker and wasn't eating right. And obviously, um, and got the old toe swelled up and had to go to the emergency. I mean, it hurts. If you've ever dealt with gout, it hurts like you would not believe. So I started doing research because I'm like, don't throw a script at everything. You know, obviously I had to have a script for, I think it was indomethacin at the time, and, you know, pain relievers and all that good stuff. And over those next few years, I would have, I quit drinking beer for a while and took all the foods that happened to be on that list out of my diet. And I still had some gout flare ups now and again. Um, like once a year, once every other year, something like that. And then I stumbled across the last thing I'm going to talk about today, tart cherry. Now, I have been taking tart cherry every day, 2 of them, for 17 years. And here's the really funny part. My doc told me that, no, that's not going to work for gout when I talked to him about it. But in 17 years, I have not had a gout flare up. And I did drink a lot of beer, and I do eat things that are on that list that cause gout. So tart cherry is the best thing in my mind if you've ever had any kind of a concern with gout. And not only that, it's good for kidney health in general. So I'm keeping my kidneys healthy. I'm lowering the uric acid levels in my body. And you can't tell me, after I was having gout episodes once a year, once every other year there for quite a few years, that now in 17 years of taking tart cherry, I've never had another attack of gout, that the tart cherry is not what is keeping me healthy as far as gout's concerned. So that's one thing that's been in my medicine box, and I have taken religiously for 17 years. And before that, I didn't take it religiously. When I'd start to feel my toe get like stiff and, maybe I got some gout coming on, I'd take like 6 or 7, a day for days on end, and I'd still get the gout flare up, but it would be much less. And then finally I was like, why in the hell am I not taking these things every day to just keep it at bay? And then one day I looked up and my wife was asking me about something, and I said, you know what? I said, I haven't had a gout attack in like 13, 14 years at the time. And she says, well, I take it you've been taking your cherry pills for a long time. And I said, oh yeah, I take them every day. So that's the second bonus for today. So they have nothing to do with diet, exercise, anything. Creatine to help clear brain fog and maybe boost your energy a little bit on a daily basis. And tart cherry, if you have any concerns whatsoever, or if you have dealt with gout, every day, just take it. And, worst case scenario, it lightens the gout attack if you happen to have a gout attack. But in my experience of 17 years of not having a gout attack, and doing the things that are on that list and drinking beer and doing all those things, I'd say the tart cherry is a pretty good gout cure. So that's it for today, guys. I shared my supplements. I shared my teas with you. I am going to be bringing a 12-step program out for this. And everybody's told me, hey, man, sell that thing for, like $200, sell all the resources, make a subscription plan out of it. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to go, hey guys, buy my thing for $200. I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to provide all of the information, all of the videos, all the resources that I come across. I'm going to give them to you. The resources will be available for free download, no email, no nothing. Just click on the little thing and download the resource on the Spain Impossible website under the health. Same thing with the debt. Everything that I post up there, no email, no nothing, absolutely free. You can download my monthly budget. You can download my credit card sheet for listing and paying off credit cards. Simple, easy resources for you guys. I'll be posting the 12-step videos over the next, I would say, 12, 13, 14 weeks, because I'm not going to be able to do them all at once. But they will be a part of a new playlist. I haven't decided what to name it yet, but it's all going to be for free. But once I start posting that stuff, in lieu of that, I will probably set up like a buy me a coffee, or, some sort of a way for people to donate if they find value out of it. Say, hey, I would have easily paid a couple of $100 to some guru. This is well worth it. It's helped me lose weight. It's helped me feel better. It's helped me get better exercise, whatever it is. Hey, here's $10, here's $20, whatever. Just as a informal way, kind of like that farmer's stand, you pull off the side of the road. There's some corn and tomatoes and cucumbers and stuff, and there's just a little box. It's called the honor system. Like $1 for this, $1 for that, $1 for that. Put $3 in the box. Hey, you know what? I'm sure they get ripped off once in a while, but for the most part, most of us go, you know what? I'm taking your vegetables. I'm going to put the money in the box. So if you're taking my knowledge and it's helping you and you're finding value from it, put a little bit of something in my box. That's what I would appreciate. So that's it for this one, guys. If you have not, subscribe, give me the old thumbs up, and remember to come along on this journey, because it is going to be one hell of a journey. See you next time, guys.